kite very well.
Mhm.
But I do think it is very important that Elegy Nova does allocate some resources to bot side this game because they definitely need some relief given how oppressive Caitlyn Milio can be.
Yeah, and is already seeming to be.
Yes, I mean 2 kills out. She already has a noon quiver. We know she's going the Hex Tech C44 C45.
Yeah, and already has a drag under their belt.
Yeah, it's you couldn't ask for a better early game if you were Hypnotic Gaming, honestly. As we
Yeah,
see
no,
No
this
You Lol
is
just taking no damage in this trade factor as he's just pumping these autos through. And HKV is poised too, as Quirth is just going to take Void Grubs as well. That's all. Huge benefit,
that's not a
actually.
bad trade, especially with uh. No, that's kind of a.
I mean, it
It's
enables
good.
Gnar. It enables
It's
Gnar more.
it does enable Gnar more, but it struggles
Oh,
to
working
get.
on dying.
Homie does go down to the ult from working on dying yet again.
Oh, wow.
It does look like both Syndra and Gnar are looking up to be win cons for Elegy going into the mid to late game. Jinx
Yeah,
will be also. It just
Jinx.
takes time for Jinx to scale, and it's going to be extremely difficult, especially being 30 CS behind. Can we get the gold stat line up?
2K.
Ugh. Almost 1k gold, over 1k gold deficit in the bot lane is extremely unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, also if Almighty Push can do what they're doing right now and staying even and scale into that 3 item, Jinx just fine. I do agree. But at any point, if they start falling behind on this Jinx, it is going to be really for Jinx to make an impact.
I would argue that Jinx is already falling behind. Jinx
I,
is 1k item, 1k gold down already. It's
oh,
kind of rough.
HKV going in.
HKV going in on Tippy.
Tippy is going to get out barely. Oh, no. Blunder on the side of Hypnotic Gaming. Beautiful play coming out from. But
It
I would
looks
also
like No
say,
You Lol already has the ADC quest completed, so that's going to be a lot more gold going into them.
yeah, and they're just going to scale as we are going to see the root come out, but no follow through. And we were talking earlier, oh, stun's going to hit on Homie. Homie barely
Homie
survived
lives!
the one more auto.
Homie finally managed to live the Syndra onslaught. Goodness. Yeah, we are already looking at a Caitlyn
This is a
with
bloodbath.
first item and a Jinx without. Ziggs TPing bot lane while Caitlyn starts to cover mid.
Yeah, this is a bloodbath and a half. I know it's 5-3, but both teams finding what they can given the despite of how mid game works.
Homie
As
appearing
Almighty Push is gonna
to be in
oh
danger! But HKV as well as Homie working
oh
together
1 kill!
to
Homie on
take
the back
things
end!
down!
Oh my.
And that
What a beautiful
turret
spot.
also goes down. Setting up for the drag that is going to be up. That
Pump,
is up.
buddy. Pump. Where'd your health go, my boy? Barely surviving this lane phrase as Barlow is just gonna keep going in as HKV is going through. Shark Exhaust trying to help him out, trying to bait in this assault as No You Lol is putting pressure on tier 1. I mean, Hypnotic Gaming is doing what they did in game 1, and they're finding a pocket and applying all the pressure to it.
One thing I'd also like to look at here is levels. We are looking at a interesting spread of levels for sure. I will say, specifically in top lane with the levels of 11 and 9, the gap seems larger than it is. A level
Yes.
9 top laner and a level 11 top laner are closer. It it feels closer than a, say for example, level 9 ADC versus level 11 ADC.
Right. No, I totally agree with that. And especially if you're a Scion too with your passive, it's a little more like easy to not feel like I'm dying in lane consistently.
Absolutely, I agree. We are still looking at extreme CS gaps
Yeah, and
across the board.
as we look at the lane assignments into this mid game, we see the Senna is pairing with Syndra, and we're leaving the Jinx to her lonesome against a Ziggs to free farm. I feel like either way, this Jinx is going to be homeless in mid in bot, given the fact that Ziggs can just poke her out and Caitlyn is going to just poke her out.
Absolutely, I agree.
But I think Jinx still needs to be mid because it is the easiest lane for her to CS under tower, but still be effective in rotating defense.
I absolutely agree. It should 100% be Jinx in the mid lane here. Yeah, as they've done.
Yep, and
HKV going for another invade, taking it yet again.
Oh, he is just on. This lower quadrant this entire game has been HKV. If he wanted a camp on Zyra's side, he's
Yeah. However, Zyra is still invading pretty consistently to keep up with Xin Zhao. So it's really just the bot line, the jungle has turned from horizontal to vertical.
yeah, as we see pings are coming
Nope,
out.
swap that. No, I
Vertical,
was
not
right.
horizontal.
No, I was right the first time. Never mind. Anyway.
Rift Arrow is on the table as LG Nova has
is being started, but do they have vision? They do have vision here. They do know this is
Yep.
happening. It looks like 3 are on their way with 4 and 5 set to come as well.
Ooh.
This is what I was talking about during draft as well. Ziggs able to just absolutely burst anyone he pleases on the enemy team.
Yeah, that Inferno Mega Death Bomb definitely chunking out Gorth there on Zyra was just chef's kiss if you're a Hypnotic game. Honestly, that's the kind of damage you want to see coming out from your mid laner. But yeah, to your point on the draft, we are seeing the effects of 1, 2, 3,
Drafting
4.
4 squishy, immobile, 80s ranged characters. We're seeing that a little bit more as Xin Zhao goes in on Zyra, Homie taking the kill. They're going to drift the Herald into the turret. I held my breath a little bit. I was confused as to whether they drifted into the turret or into the Syndra to try to get the knockup and the kill. They went for the simpler option.
Yeah, it was
Elegy
good.
Is going for the turret.
And another drift play.
Drifts the Herald back to mid. Goodness.
Oh my. I mean, this is just a disaster if you're LG Echo. I mean, not Echo Nova, but I'm sorry.
Gold lead isn't horrible, but 2 Drakes down, looking at a one Herald to 0, 0 grubs on both teams. There's only been one game where grubs have been taken. They really don't like grubs very much.
No, not really. But at the same time, to your point, with the gold and everything, it does feel really bad not having mid as we see HKB just going in on Almighty Push. and Caitlyn is there to secure the kill.
Oh no,
Uh,
I don't know why I completely lied. Elegy just has all the grubs. We saw Zyra take them.
you're good. But what I was gonna say is, if you're LG Nova, it does feel really bad not having your mid or bot to safely like farm, especially into this mid game if you're behind like that. Um,
Speaking of
but
safety, they Hypnotic Gaming takes the third dragon of the game with 0 resistance because they can't really be resisted at this point, especially when it comes to objectives. Xin Zhao invading yet again. At this point, just to keep up with Zyra, who is also perma invading because of the deficit in topside.
yeah, but we're gonna start seeing LG Nova become in a position to where they really don't want to be, and that's where they have into this consistent poke.
Yeah.
But at
This,
the same end, Nar doing Nar things and holding Sion at bay
yeah,
is
no. I like Gnar, I really do, but he is not someone who can solo frontline. So once team fights start fully kicking up into gear, the difference between these two comps is going to become readily apparent.
yeah. And I mean, we can hope that, one good gnarled against the wall into a full combo from LG Nova can sway the fight enough for them to take control. But if we're living on a prayer, then we've already lost the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, this is. I will say this does feel sort of like a gimmick comp coming from Elegy here. The gimmick just being a poke, win your lanes, but if you don't, we lose the game.
Yeah. Oh, no, you lol is gonna find the Quarth.
Finds
And
Zyra and takes her down. Ziggs looking
that's
through the
just not.
jungle. Gnar trying
It's just a
to.
free Baron now, no? Like
That
Bob's gonna come out, poke out.
damage!
Yeah. Oh man. Just
One
eluding
Ziggs
Zeko.
ult chunks both Almighty and Brawler ult to half! What the half?
And this is just gonna be a free Baron for Hypnotic Gaming. Like there's
Yeah,
nothing LG
no.
Nova can do on the contest. It will be a slow one, but if
Gnar can at the very least get tier 1 bot turret. That's kind of the best they're hoping for right now. Jinx can maybe try first deal with ult.
to say it,
Those
but
are
I
the
think if
two.
we're poising off for a fight,
No,
HKV's going
no,
in.
Jinx is
Oh,
gone.
homie's gonna secure the kill. Oh, Sion's gonna go in. No, you lol's gonna capture onto the Xerath. Oh no, this is just a bad day for Nova as now Hypnotic Gaming turns their sights back to the
Caitlyn taking the
Baron.
Baron over Baron pit wall will never not be funny to me.
Oof, that was just a bad sequence of events. I think if you're LG Nova and you know that they're going Baron, you just let it and go for the lane. You don't do anything else at that point.
Might as well pan away from this Baron because it's the only hope is Jinx Rocket, which they do have, but they don't rip.
I don't think I've seen it ripped once this entire game. Not yet, at least. It's only been 21 minutes, but
I feel like it should have ripped at some point in 21 minutes.
same. Just a little bit. I mean, even if it's not even a kill,
Also,
just a little bit of damage.
but also with this comp, it's difficult to find fights where it can work.
I agree. I agree.
Yeah, it does look like they're trying to set up for this drag that's coming up in a minute. Getting solid vision, taking some jungle camps. Xin Zhao is invading. They are also getting top tier 1. Pump, I think, is realizing what's happening.
Yeah, the gold is in Hypnotic Gaming's favor, but at the same time, it is hard for them to really do anything with these lanes because they have to invest now changing their entire